Okay, right now everyone around me is being all depressing and saying that I'm emoing everything up or whatever. And okay, to everyone who thinks that they don't care, people care all around you. And I'm sorry if I'm like lagging or something because I'm in a hallway. But really, everybody around you, they could be doing everything differently than you. Don't let people who, like, if they have something they're good at and you're not, don't get depressed over it. You have something that you have something that you can do by yourself. People around you really do care. Like, you can't go through all of your contacts on your phone or all of your Facebook friends and say you're depressed and that not one of them is going to be like, what's wrong? Because people so care about you. I've had people commit suicide and it hurts. And it's like the easy way out for some people. And I'm going to tell you right now, it really does get better. All those videos on TV and all those things to stop bullying and to stop the depression, it really, it's trying to make a point. People do care about you. And no matter what you do, that's not going to change. You could lose a good friend or so, but so what? Like, I don't know what to say. I'm just saying this off the top of my head because I felt like this. I felt like no one cared about me, like I was alone. But then when I thought about committing suicide and stuff, it doesn't help. It's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And yeah, I admit, I was a cutter. I was depressed. I was anorexic. I was bulimic. It's okay because it just shows you where you've come from. Any obstacle that was made in your life that you've had to face just makes you such more of a bigger person and such more of a better person and so much stronger. It's true that whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And every time that you say that you don't care, that's not only hurting yourself, it's hurting other people. Like, all around you. Depression and sadness, believe it or not, is contagious. And every single person who you think is, that doesn't care, okay, they do care. And I bet you every time they say that and they say, oh, or, well, okay, they don't know what to say because you just kind of hurt them. It hurts other people to see you depressed, and it hurts me to see my friends depressed. And you may think that not a lot of people care about you, but I'm going to tell you one thing right now. I care. I care about every single person around me and around everywhere because each life means so much. And think, one less life means one less person to cure cancer or something really important. I mean, who's to say that you're not going to be the president or who's going to no one's going to tell you what you've got to be, and it's up to you who you want to be. You could be the next seller in a book or the next movie producer. You never know what you could be. And the fact that you're trying to settle something so fast and people so young, and even if you're 12, 14, 16, anywhere from the ages of pretty much any age to when you die, you have something that you don't know what's going to happen in the future. It's a mystery. No one knows what's going to happen, and it's okay. Even if you believe in 2012 and all that other stuff, so what? There's still stuff you can do. You can always try to, make your parents proud. And if you don't think you can do that, which I know how that feels, but it really helps to just try to do something, take up drawing, take up singing, writing. I mean, there's so many other ways. Don't hurt yourself and hurt other people because it doesn't help. The more you get depressed about yourself and the more you put yourself down, the less time you have to do something amazing with your life. The more time that you spend doing that, it just ruins it. Don't let your life suck because you keep going back there and thinking about all the hard times that you've been through and things that you've had to do. That just shows you that there's tons of things that you can do. And I mean, I'm going into high school. I'm not that old. But you know what? There are people who are older than me and who are depressed. And yeah, they've lived a little bit of that. But you don't want things to end so fast, do you? I mean, so what if you're having a crappy high school life, That doesn't mean that your whole life's going to be crappy. Think of college, think of careers, think of life, think of family. They all care about you. And no matter what happens, things are going to change. It may be going to a really bad spot right now, but the fact that things... It's hard for me to say, but like, the fact that things can get better should make you happier that you don't know what's going to happen, and you can meet maybe that one guy that really likes you, or that perfect little, like that perfect dog or something that you've always wanted, or a gift, or maybe you wanted to get a book published and it finally gets published after so long of waiting. Maybe you want to sing and you finally sing that song and it lets you be known. Okay? You can do anything that you wanted to. You just have to make yourself believe that you can do it, and then you'll do it. Like, all those things, like, what about Disney? I mean, our whole lives, we've been learning stuff. Like, if you grew up, like, around the time I did, or any time, really, I mean, think Ohana from Lilo and Stitch. That means family. No one gets left behind. That means that you shouldn't think about how your family doesn't care. They do care. And if you're trying to say that, oh, my parents don't care because they want me home at a certain time, that's just showing that they love you and they want you safe at home instead of out there where there's thieves and drugs and everything else. I mean, people get killed out there. I mean, I'm not trying to pull, like, someone like, you should stay inside your whole life. You shouldn't. You should go out there and do stuff. But disobeying your parents and talking back to them isn't a way to do it. And the fact that people do that kind of upsets me because it limits yourself. It limits to what you can do. And it just leads to bad paths. Like, I know me, I've been through a lot. And now that I've seen that it does get better, and it has. Trust me, it has. And I've learned that I can do other things than besides be sad and sorry for myself. Don't be sorry for yourself or any other people because it's just going to get you down. Like, again, with all the Disney stuff, I mean, we've learned, they've been trying to put through our heads for so long that we belong and we are happy, we should be happy. Now, that's not saying that you're going to be happy your entire life. There are going to be things that are going to get you down and that are going to be sad. I mean, we can't all live forever. There's going to be people who die. There's going to be people who get sick. You may even get sick. And of course, we're all going to end our lives eventually. Maybe not by ourselves, which hopefully you don't do. But the fact that there's stuff that you can do between when you're born and the end that you don't know what you can do. And I'm sorry if I'm repeating stuff, but still, it's so important to just believe in yourself. I mean, I care about you guys, and I know I don't have a lot of people who listen to me, but it really does get better, and I hope that you guys see that. I mean, what about your family? I mean, they love you. Your friends, I'm sure you have tons of friends who care about you, and that you maybe just don't see it. Maybe you're too blind to see it. Not saying that that's a bad thing, but if you're trying to hide yourself from people, it's not going to help. And no matter what, people are going to care about you. No matter who you meet, your teachers are going to care about you. Your coworkers, your colleagues, everything. They're going to care. And you may think that it's you against the world, and it's not. You have to just live your life and let things go the way they go. And if something happens, go right through it. Like, okay, I'm stronger now. Don't let yourself ruin your own life. It gets better. It really does. And now, I'm trying to get all this out of my head, and it's so much that I can hardly talk. I mean, you're going to go in, like kids who go into high school and middle school, there's going to be talk of sex, drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, everything, and it's just not a good idea. I mean, that's how people's lives get ruined. That's how you get put in jail. I mean, I've had to face that, and I'm only 14, about to be 15. I've had people who've been raped who I know. People who have done drugs, who have had sex, everything. Like, if you can name it, I bet you that I know someone who's been through it. I may not have been through it, but I know someone who has. Okay? You're not alone. Look around you, and I bet you that there's tons of people That's why I want to help people. I want to let them know that I care about them. There are people who care about them. Their teachers care. And I bet you if you talk to one of your counselors, if you go to school, that they can help you and they'll put you with other kids who have been through similar situations and you won't feel alone anymore. Like, it's so hard for me to say because I've had so much on my mind. But I care about you. And if you think that no one else cares about you, then I'm sorry, but you're just blind. You have to look around and see how much people really love you. Those friends who you see every now and again, they care. Your family, they care. Your sisters, your brothers, your teachers, your colleagues, like I said before, everyone cares. Even your enemies could care. I mean, I remember I was depressed and the girl that we hated each other, she asked me if I was okay. Everyone makes a difference. And I hope that some people can see that because I know I have. And I've been through a lot and I'm sure you have too. And I'm not saying your life is perfect or if my life is perfect or anyone's is. Doubtful anyone's is perfect. I'm sure that if you really looked around, people have similar problems as you. And you can talk to them and let them know what's going on in your life. Just don't feel alone because you're really not. People understand what you're going through, even though you may think that no one does. I can try to understand anything, and even if you don't think they'll understand, let them listen. Let them know what's going on, because once you're gone, people are going to be like, why didn't I help them? It hurts them. And you can stop everything, and you can stop other people, and it's hard for me to say, but you have to understand that you're not alone. And things like bullying and debt and family problems, bullying is so much harder than people think. And I'm not going to get started on all the other things, but you can stop. You can intervene and protect the people you care about and the people that maybe you don't even know. Maybe you just think it's the right thing to do, which it probably could be. Just let them know that you care and that you understand what it's like to have a hard life, and that people that you know can help, and you can help others. And things may not be easy, but you'll make it through it. I mean, it's not like it's just going to end. So I hope that everything I've said just goes through your mind and you understand what I'm saying, even though maybe it didn't make sense. But it really does get better.